Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Beginner Beauty Glow. This is going to be my first self-care vlog. So this is day one of that. My self-care that I usually do every other week, sometimes once a week if I have the time or if I have something going on. But because it is a little bit of a process, it's typically every other week that I do this whole self-care routine that I have. So on day one, what I do is all my shaving in the shower, legs, underarms, things like that. That's day one. So shaving, I also exfoliate my entire body. And I use this mitt from, I think it's called Kitsch, if I'm saying that correctly. I use this mitt to exfoliate. And that's just to obviously get dead skin off and to get also any leftover remaining self tanner that I've had on for my previous application. I like to get that off so I can start new when I apply my new self tanner, which will be on day two. So that won't be till tomorrow. Also, once I get out of the shower, I lotion up my body because you do want to make sure before you apply that self tanner that your skin is completely moisturized, because it definitely helps with the tanning process and tanning application. I do use the Hempz lotion for it, and this is what even though this lotion smells so good, I typically save this for days when I'm going to be using my self tanner the next day, because this is self tan safe. Don't ask me how I know that. I'm only going off because of some of the groups I'm in for spray tans. Have said that this lotion is spray tan safe. So I kind of was just going off that. I'm assuming it's kind of the same thing where it's going to be self tanner safe as well. And what I mean by safe is that it just won't make the tan that you put on, what's the word that I need to use for that? I guess it'll just make your tan apply better and more evenly. So that's what on days where I'm going to do my self tanner, or on the next day, this is the lotion that I love to use. This one is whipped vanilla and coconut cream, and it smells so good. A little bit more on the expensive side. I think this is like $20 or maybe $25. I can't really remember, but it smells so good. So that's kind of what I do. I'm in my bathroom right now, obviously, so that's kind of what I do while I'm in my bathroom. Apologies, you guys. I came back because I forgot to say the other thing that I do in the shower on my self-care week is I exfoliate or scrub my feet with this thing that I got from Amazon. I don't exactly know which side is for what, but I use both sides. I just usually use the green side first, which I think is a little bit more rough. I think the white side is more of the smoothing side. But I do this as well to get my feet nice and smooth and, get all that dry skin off my feet as well. Hey guys, so the next thing on day one of self-care day is going to be getting rid of the hairs on my face. So what I usually start off by doing is just basically plucking my eyebrows as much as I can and get the hairs, shape my eyebrows a little bit. So I'm going to start off by doing that. I will be right back. All right, so I did pluck my eyebrows, and now I'm going to go in with my dermaplaner tool, and I know I'm going to maybe get some comments for this, but I'm not going to be using any oils or anything. I just do it. I don't put on any sort of oil or like special cream or anything for dermaplaning. I don't know. It's always worked for me this way, so I'm just going to continue doing it. And I just like to get all that peach fuzz off my face. So that's what I'm going to be doing really quick here. Can you guys see that? That's satisfying. I just get a little bit under my ear here, so make sure to get that too. And of course that chin area. Okay. I don't have well, I don't think I have a lot. So it doesn't usually take me too long. Okay. Feels pretty good. I'm going to do kind of above my eyebrows as well, just to help shape those. Because I do get that little bit of peach fuzz up there too. All right. That's pretty good. And I just do this side next. Okay. That's pretty much all I do on my face. Oh, I also do this area. Sometimes I do use wax on my mustache area, but if I'm kind of in a hurry or something, I just dermaplane it as well. So that is pretty much it for day 1 of my self-care. I will see you guys in day 2. Hey everyone, it is day 2 of my self-care days. Like I had said yesterday, my self-care days is usually takes me about two to 3 days, just depending like what I'm trying to do that week. And I usually do this like typically every other week, sometimes even every week, depending on what I have going on. Okay, so today I applied my self-tanner. So far, as you can see, so what I do is in the morning, I put on the self-tanner all over my body. Pretty much the only place I don't do is my hands and then my face and my neck. I save all this for nighttime. And I just sleep in it. So I cannot stand the feeling of this self-tanner. Even right now, it's just so uncomfortable and gross feeling. So, I do most of my body so that at nighttime I can rinse it off and I don't have to sleep in this because it's horrible. But I do, like I said, I will need to go out later today, so I don't want to have it on my face while I'm out and about. So I save my hands and my face. I just wear something long sleeve, and I just save my hands and my face and my neck for tonight before bed. And that I will sleep in and take off tomorrow. This is the tanner that I use. The Bondi Sands. It has some tanner on the bottle, so I'm trying not to hold it. As you can see, I kind of make a mess when I do this. But I do use the Bondi or Bondi, I don't know how you pronounce it, Sands in the dark shade, and it does have a lot better scent than some others that I've tried. It has a coconut scent, so it's not as bad. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, I do have that done now. I usually put it on. I do apply with rubber gloves. At first I used this, one of these. And you just put your hand in there and then, pump the stuff on and rub it on. I used that at first, but then I seen someone who put on rubber gloves and then used their hands that way to apply it all over. So I tried that out, and it does seem to be a lot easier for me to do it that way, and also a lot easier to get into all those different areas that you need to get into rather than using that mitt. Also, to get my back, I got this thing off Amazon. It's like a long velvet thing with a handle on each end, and you just squirt some of your self tanner on there and kind of put it on your back like that, and then you can rub back and forth to get your back easily. However, today my daughter was here and she wanted to help me out, so she put on some gloves and did my back, so that was nice. So yeah, I leave the self tanner on. I did actually today, I put it on a little bit late. Today I put it on around 1. So I will leave it on the full 8 hours. So I'll rinse it off tonight around 9, and then I'll do my face, my neck, and my hands. I think that is about all. I do leave it on for about 20 to 30 minutes before I put any clothes on, so that it can kind of dry before I put clothes on over it. And obviously I am wearing clothes that are darker or I don't care if they were to get stained. That is pretty much all that I do on day 2. I don't necessarily know if you'd count this as self-care per se, but I did go in and clean all my makeup brushes today, so that felt good to get that done. But yeah, that is about it for my self-care days on day 2. Hey everyone, it is day 3 of my self-care days. Today I am going to get myself a pedicure. That is not something that I do every week or even every other week, but I am going to do it today. So I figured I'd add that onto my little self-care video, my self-care vlog. Typically what I do, I'm hoping my phone does not fall off this thing it's on, because it did that a minute ago. Anyways, typically what I do is I get a pedicure, and then, okay, usually I go once a month for my feet, but I don't get a pedicure every time because it's too expensive. So I kind of switch it off every other month. So every other month I'll get a pedicure, but the month in between that I will just get a polish, what they call a polish change on my toes. So basically they're not really doing anything except painting my toenails. They don't, do any of the good massages or anything, which, obviously that's better to get, but it can get expensive. So just to save a little bit of money, I usually get a pedicure every other month, and then in between time I just get a polish change in my toes, and it still comes out really nicely. And I just like having that gel polish on there so that because it obviously stays on longer, especially on your toes. But yeah, so let's go get a pedicure. Alright, you guys, I just got done with my pedicure. That felt amazing. My feet feel so much better. And how cute, they gave little cuticle oils as their Christmas gifts to their customers. I thought that was so sweet. Anyways, that should wrap up my mini self-care vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to comment to me what kind of things you guys like to do on your self-care days. And please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you in the next video.